Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Sleeping Giants, Red Star Belgrade. Now, in our last episode you saw our unbelievable second leg win against Celtic, which put us through into the Champions League group stages, and this meant a lot for us, because money. That is all, because money. And we were given £6.8 million was the prize money that we got for getting, I think it's television money or something like that, but the point is we've been given £6.8 million. And wow. And that's obviously going to massively improve our coefficient for next year, which is kind of key as we start to build for these things. But I gotta tell you guys, I was pretty pleased with the Champions League group that we drew. Like, I was watching, I did the live draw thing rather than just draw all, because I wanted to sort of see it unfold a little bit, because I've never really, well, and certainly not on this year's FM, actually done Champions League. So let's just have a little look. Basically, we got probably the best group we could have hoped for. If you actually look at that, bear in mind we were the bottom seed. So yeah, imagine us being in that group. Real Madrid, Zenit, Dortmund, PSG, Man City, Galatasaray, still no chance. But we got Benfica, Valencia, PSV, all really strong sides, but perhaps not, like, you never know. Chelsea, Leverkusen, I mean, Genoa are in it as well this year, interesting to see. Austria, Vienna, Basel, who've got very decent coefficient just because of their good performances of recent years, it would seem. I mean, I think that was probably the best group we could have got drawn into, really. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know what you think in the comments. Could we have, maybe what group would you prefer to be in? But I think we probably got the best draw there. Not that I think we're going to get through, of course, but, you know, it's just nice to, you never know. You just never know with these things. So yeah, today's game is going to be against Valencia at home. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. And what I may have to do is do the next episode. It's hard to, I don't know how I'm going to do it at the moment, because I do want to show you the Champions League games, basically, but at the same time I don't want to do a stupidly large amount of episodes all the time. So we'll sort this out at the end of the episode, basically. But let's go through the games we've had this month, because that's not the only game we've had. First up was at home to Vozdavac, and we really have struggled this month with injuries, just again and again and again, and it's really starting to get tedious now. We're getting at least 2 injuries in every single game, and it's such a shame. Basically, in this one, we got a lead midway through the first half when Milos Bosancic put us in front from the penalty spot, albeit, you know, we were struggling. We're not struggling, we just hadn't quite managed to find the breakthrough at this point. Thankfully, Darko Lazovic, just before half-time, made it 2-0, and that kind of gave us the lead that we needed, basically. I felt at that point we were in total control. And of course, in the second half, things continued much down that route when Bogdan Planic scored a goal from a header from a corner, and then Luka Jovic went through. He actually got a goal from a corner as well, coming in towards the end there. I mean, we weren't superb, but we were definitely good and deserved the win. The dangerous side of this one, of course, was the injury to Nenad Gavric, and of course there was also an injury to Darko Lazic in these games. In the next game against Borac, things were kind of very, very similar. As you can see, things are getting fucking ridiculous. Antic, Bosancic, Avramovski and Mihailovic all injured in the same game. In fact, we made all our substitutions before the 40-minute mark. We cannot stop getting injuries. It's getting stupid. So there we go. Yeah, look, I mean, 22 minutes, 32 minutes and 41 minutes with the injuries. And of course we had another one later on in the game too. But I couldn't make a substitution. We still managed to win the game though, and that was the key here. Strakwalershi put us in front on 17 minutes before Vladimir Velesanov equalised for Borac. In the second half, we got 2 quick ones with Strakwalershi and then Georgi Rakic before Kilibada got on back for Borac. I think when you look at it, I mean, yes, we probably should have won, and we did, and that's the key here, but it's the amount of injuries we've got now it's depressing. I mean, but I mean, according to this, only Ančić is going to be out with a groin strain, and I'm pretty sure that Savicevic might be fit enough to be back again. So the point is, we won both of our league games in the meantime, and that currently puts us in second in the league, joint top with Partizan Belgrade. Rafa Jorda has scored a lot of goals for them. I think he's just signed for them this season, so fair play. 8 goals in 4 league games. Can't really argue with that. Point is, we are still right up there in that, where we should be, basically, and that's fine by me. I'll just show you the squad so we can get going. Goals, well, Bosancic has 6 now in all competitions, which is pretty damn good. Savicevic has 5, and hopefully he'll get some more when he comes back. Assist-wise, Savicevic with 5 again. Look how good that start he made was. Player of the match, of course, is he, and Bosancic with 2 each. Pass rating, Avramovsky, interestingly, although Kovacevic is probably the one to look at there. Yellow cards, 2 each for those two. Red cards, 2 for Darko Lazic. Thankfully, he hasn't been sent off again yet. Average rating, of course, Luka Jovic, interestingly, although he hasn't played that many games. Savicevic, I really hope he's fit. That is my main hope. In fact, before we get into the match screen, I just want to sort of plan out what we're going to do for the next sort of few episodes. So today is September. Obviously, we're going to do this game here. I would quite like to do the PSV game in the next episode, which is the last game in September. Then what I might do after that is, instead of doing the Benfica away game, is because that's all going to be there, and that's sort of just there as well, is do that one as an episode. So, yeah, just to sort of get a few more games in, so you don't always, so there's a bit more progression for you guys. Then maybe do the Valencia, then PSV. It's really, really tough. I want to try and show you as many of the Champions League games as possible, because obviously that's where the action is going to be. I feel like we're going to win the league this year. I think we've got a tactic that's going to work for us, and in the long run it will pay off. The only game we haven't won so far this year was that ridiculous game where I had to rest a lot of people, and we still should have won it, to be fair. So I think that's what we're going to go and do. Obviously, when we probably inevitably do get knocked out of the Champions League, we'll go back to league stuff after that. So you will still see some league games this season, I promise. It's just I figured you'd rather be watching the Champions League matches, since that's kind of what we're all here for. No offense to the Serbian League, because it has been fun. I do enjoy the league games. It gives us a chance to get our confidence back when we, when we got beaten in Europe. We've actually won all 6 games that we've played in Europe this year, so that's bloody impressive. Right, let's get straight into things. Why the hell not? I don't know how well this is going to go against Valencia. I don't know. Alvaro Negredo. I mean, look at this team. Otamendi, Mustafi. Is that Yoel? Oh no, it's not. Yeah, Faguli. I mean, this is a decent side. Right, who's fit? So Antic is out. Mihailovic is injured. Oh, but is Savicevic? Oh, is that worth the risk? My assistant seems to think so, and I'm tempted to agree with him. What a game to make a comeback it would be, and as you can see, we are so lacking in the left-back department at the moment. There must be, surely we've got an under-21 player. Hang on, have I got that set to that? Because otherwise I'll have to go pick it. Okay, no, we do. We must just be seriously lacking in fullbacks at the moment. But again, this is going to come with time. Now we've got a little bit more money. Hopefully next season our transfer budget is a couple of million quid, which means I can actually start to bring in some of the best players. Whereas before, I haven't had enough money to actually bring anyone that would strengthen the squad. That's been the problem. We've had to go and sort of fish for youngsters, and I still haven't really been able to sign it. I've got a couple of future transfers. I don't even know. We'll talk about that stuff when it kind of comes around to actually being the case. So yeah, so Savicevic is going to be back today, and that could well be the saving grace for us, but I'm really not confident, I've got to tell you. I think we could end up getting spanked in all 6 of these games, but we might have got spanked even more if we were against the likes of Real Madrid. There are definitely much, much better sides in this competition. You never know. We get 400 grand for a draw and 800 grand for a win. So a draw and a win out of our 4 games gives us another 1.2 million. That keeps this club going. That sort of revenue is the lifeblood of this team. So let's get straight into this game and see what we can come up with. Apologies, this episode is going to be slightly shorter than usual. It's just one of the things. Also, a massive apology to people who watched my episode yesterday. It seemed that the sound went slightly ahead of the action. Now, the only thing I can picture as to why that happened, because I've sorted out the whole laggy thing, and it wasn't to do with lag. What it was, I think, was, you noticed that before we went onto the tactics screen, there was a sort of slight jump where it looked like I'd cut. The reason I'd cut it is because I had like a Java update, and it minimises the game, and you get that sort of grayed out Windows administration, administrator permissions thing. And the problem is, because I use Bandicam to record, when I minimise the game, it automatically stops the recording, because it's like I don't know why it does it. I think you can turn that off, but that's how I have it set to anyway. And it stopped the recording, so when I rendered my audio, which I've done separately, it's always slightly longer, and I think when I pasted it together, it might have nudged one of them back slightly, so that's the only thing I can think of as to why that happened, or forwards, rather. So yeah, apologies for that, and it won't happen again. Today should be nice and smooth as ever, and things will be a lot smoother as well once I get the new computer. The Livecom highlights are going to be amazing, plus I will be doing all the matches that we've played in that month, showing you the 3D highlights of those, because they'll load instantly. So let's get into the game without any further ados. There we go, Mom Slimovic, my man. I don't know, looking at that team. Oh, and I've got Paco Alcacer. Oriol Romeo. Didn't he used to play for Chelsea as well? I mean, I signed Paco Alcacer, or Alcacer. I can't remember how to say his name. I think it might be Alcacer. I signed him for my Fulham save on FM14, and he was actually quite a good player for us, I have to say. And he's hotly tipped in real life, so thank God he's not starting. Oh, then again, Alvaro Negredo, the beast, who I still can't understand why he went back to Valencia. City, he was great last year in real life for City. I genuinely really enjoyed watching him and Aguero. Anyway, right, let's go and see what we can do here. Luka Jovic is actually starting here, and what is going on here? Can we... Sorry, I just want to... That's strange. I have put goal action replays on, so if there's a silly offside decision, we will actually see it in 3D. Because I know you hear me complain a lot about that. Not those sort of ones, the goals disallowed for offside kind of thing. So yeah, I decided to put that on. Oh, bloody hell, Valencia have started well. But here we go, here's a chance. Jovic drops it in for Gavric, and the ball is going to get cleared. I thought we were going to have a chance there, but Valencia have started incredibly well, but that's not particularly good play from them. 21 minutes gone here. Wow, look at the way they've just surged forward. That was really strange. It was like, you know when you watch like packs of birds when they're flying, it was almost like that. I hate to break it to you, goalie, but you're actually going to have to kick the ball at some point. They've got all our angles covered, it would seem. Kovacevic, Bosancic, Gavric. We're moving the ball around quite nicely at the moment. Getting a bit of possession, which is interesting. Ball across. Jovic! Oh my God! Red Star Belgrade 1, Valencia 0. Holy crap on a cracker. Well, you just need one opportunity, and there it is. Bloody hell. Okay, I did not expect that at all. I genuinely think Valencia are probably one of the strongest I think they were the second seeded side in the group. I can't remember. It was either them or PSV. I know that Ben, like, #1 seed, but what a cross from Gavric. He's just whacked that in, and Jovic has got himself across there, somehow got behind the defender, and wow, that's 1-0 to Red Star. We've still got to try and limit them, but at the moment, we've done an okay job, amazingly. Here we go, Jovanovic, surely not. Bosancic, can you knock it around the corner? No, we're going to lose the ball here, aren't we? Jovanovic, Kovacevic, Savicevic, Jovic! Oh, what a save! And unbelievably, we've just had two glorious opportunities in this game. Valencia, for all their like power and muscle and European might, of Planic, cleared away. Petkovic, we're actually looking quite good here. You know, we're not creating much in terms of shots, but the chances, when they are being created, are good. And that's all I really want from my team. If we can just put in a... Belia. Negredo here. Ball across and... Oh, wow. Oh, no. Whoa, what happened there? Who was that? Was that De Paul? Rodrigo De Paul equalises for Valencia there. Oh, that's a shame. We weren't ahead for very long, but then... I can't believe we had that big chance. What exactly happened here? Negredo's ball in. Harriman goes across there, and... what was that about? The goalkeeper just kept on running. Goalkeepers are still broken. Like, why did he keep on running? The ball was already rolling back the other way at this point. Anyway, can't do much about it now anyway. Benfica are actually losing, which is interesting. We do need to try and do something to limit them a little bit at the moment. I have to say that for all our attacking threat, and at home but that's going to be the key for our success, I say with inverted commas there, if we are going to do anything. So, right, let's just take a little look at what we can do. Where did the... Problem is, there wasn't enough highlights in that first half, really, without me playing on comprehensive, to really know what they're doing specifically. But I'm thinking about turning that off, just because... Then again, they didn't really get in behind us. I'm thinking whipped crosses, perhaps. They're letting us have quite a fair amount of the ball. Maybe turn that off. Yeah. How much possession are we enjoying at the moment? Well, okay, a little bit more of the ball. It was a bigger stat when I looked at it the first time, but I don't know, like, they haven't really got in behind us particularly, so I don't really see that us dropping deeper is actually going to help, really. As much as I want the point, you know, we're in this, we have just as much right to be here as anyone else does, so with that in mind, we should really be going for stuff, really, rather than trying to nick a draw. We should put more crosses in. Okay. I'll make a sub first. Wow, it's got to be Kovacevic. He's got to get off. But Mihailovic is unfit. I hate this. One thing we definitely need to sign, in January, preferably, is a defensive midfielder. Because all of ours just get injured. Gojic and Mihailovic, who can sort of play in there. But Kovacevic is going to have to come off here. Who can... I mean, nobody... Then in that case, it really doesn't matter who I bring on. Djordjevic has played there for us in that game before, if you recall. But yeah, what I'm going to change is... Oh, I'll wait till that's finished first. Then we'll make the change. Right. What we're going to try and change is here. Is hit early crosses. Turn off the overlap and get some more crosses in the box. Since what I might do as well, around 75 minutes, is throw Despotovic on, because he's a bit better in the air than Jovic. Scored quite a few headers for us last season, so maybe bringing him in can try to shake things up. But they got Alcacer's on here. That's going straight into that channel. 3 of you around him, well tackled by Planic. Lazic with the long ball up to nobody. Otamendi and Valencia are really starting to get a bit of possession now, and I think this is the point where... Well, I mean... God, he's a good player. And the super sub comes off the bench to score for Valencia. Red Star 1, Valencia 2, and we were so close. We were having a good old... We were giving it a good old go, but that run is beautiful. The defenders don't even think about going with him. So much for using tighter marking. Right. We're already on attacking. I'm going to wait till 75 minutes. No. I was going to wait till 75 minutes. Put it... oh, come on. One of you go to it. Don't just let them bring it down. That's a great piece of play. Well done, Jovanovic. Bosancic. There's nobody really showing for the ball. That's the problem. Unless you can get it into these... Lazovic is never going to be able to keep that. No. Didn't think so. And Tunis. Have you noticed how when a player puts a tackle in, it's always the player from the team that tackles that wins the ball? Even if the ball's right next to someone on your team, they won't go towards it. And it's the same when your player puts a tackle in. Really frustrating to watch. And it would be for either side of these things, right? Despotovic is going to come on here. And again, it's the conditioning. The game's fallen away and we don't have a big enough squad to start rotating things. Peshnik is going to have to come in at some point. I'm definitely seeing the areas where we need to be buying players, basically. We have way too many attacking midfielders on the books here. We just got so many good ones, and I think we could probably do with getting rid of a couple, perhaps. Or if not getting rid of, certainly... right. I'm going to make the last sub now, because people are knackered. Jovanovic is... Oh, of course he is. Oh, wait, no. Oh dear. Peshnik's going to come on for Lazovic, because we do need to sort out our squad depth a little bit. I'm also going to throw out an overload for the last couple of minutes here and go shoot on sight, because we're only a goal down. You never know, we could nick something. Perhaps don't pass into space, because they're clearly not so good that they feel that they can overwhelm us. We can't get shots on hope. Well, yes, that's what I'm doing. Here we go. Petkovic. Oh, come on. Equalise here would be unbelievable. Savicevic. Ball in. Gavric. Cleared away. Despotovic. Oh, off the post. Well, I think it was off the post. Probably more just a straight-up save. But we've created a few things against a very, very good Valencia side. And it proves to me that, maybe not this year, certainly not this year, almost certainly, that we might have a chance in this competition. You know. Oh, ball through. Despotovic is onside here. Oh my god, what is that shit? I'm sorry, but there's an open goal. Like, it's not even like there's a goalkeeper there. They cannot... That is just crap. Penalty! Point is, though, this should be the penalty that wins us the game rather than gets us the draw. He literally went past the goalkeeper and he's missed the net. How often does that actually happen? Apart from Fernando Torres against Man United. But other than that, go on, Milos. Go on, Milos. 2-2 here. Oh my days. But if we have any chance in this competition, we have to win our home games. We've got to keep pushing for it. The thing is, this could have been the goal that won the game for us. Tell you what. Oh, God, that lad can take a penalty. I'd have him in the team just for the penalties. We've given it a good crack. And I think we maybe... I mean, we don't deserve to win the... Oh, Jesus. We don't deserve to win the game. But based on what we've done in those sort of situations, we definitely... Oh, no. Thank God. See, no one can take these one-on-one opportunities, regardless of what team they're on. That looks like that's going to be a lot. I'll tell you what, a 2-2 draw, that's 400 grand, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you dare. Thank you. Don't you dare. Thank you. There we go. Red Star 2, Valencia 2. Oh, that is a great result. To actually get the draw here is a genuinely good result. But if only Despotovic had put that chance away, we actually would have beaten them. Can you imagine? But that's £400,000 that we've just earned ourselves. And that is basically a player's worth of money that we've just got. That's basically half of our transfer budget for the entire year we've just earned. So well done to us. And some big results going in. 4-0 to Real Madrid, 5-0 to PSG. Genoa lost to Olympiacos. Well, that's not a big surprise. Well, Quadrado plays for Chelsea now. Interesting. So there we go, guys. In our next episode, we will be... What will we be doing? What did I say? I said that we'd be doing the PSV game. Yeah, in the next episode. And then we'll do Benfica, that one. So there's a bit more in that next episode after that. So yeah, in the next episode, we're going to be doing Jagodina, which is going to be huge, at home, important, and then away in the derby against OFK, and then, of course, an away game at the Philips Stadion against PSV Eindhoven. That's going to be a fun one. But hey, we've not embarrassed ourselves. That's the first draw we've had in God knows how long. That is a fairly fantastic result. I can't remember if Valencia were the highest seeded team in the group or not, but to get a draw against them is not an entirely awful result, and it proves that we can actually mix it with the big boys in Europe, amazingly. So you never know what we can come up with in this group. If we can keep playing well and keep coming up with stuff, anything could happen. So guys, if you like what you've seen, please feel free to drop a like on the episode. If you'd like to even more than that, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star Belgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and I will see you guys in the next episode for the PSV Eindhoven game. Bye-bye.